right? So like while I own a reinsurer and the protocol controls an on-chain, vast capital ocean, what will and is already happening, Bermuda reinsurers, Cayman reinsurers are approaching us to be able to tap that pool, right? And so it starts to behave much more like a Lloyd's of London, where you have this common capital pool that can feed any insurer and any reinsurer in the world. And that is a massive idea.
I don't know if you want to go in this direction, but I think this is like a fascinating thread to pull on, which is you see this in a lot of markets. Like I was an intern at Amazon right before they launched AWS, so on the software engineering side. It was really interesting because the CTO, Werner, was already talking internally about how they were going to launch these compute products because Amazon was built on all that infrastructure. And they were just going to take those things that they were using as the first customer and open them up to everybody else. And so I think the other thing that a lot of people are not fully appreciating right now is I think there are a handful of fintechs. You're kind of seeing Ramp do this with AI, but I think there are a handful of fintechs that are figuring out that the AI workflows and the crypto workflows, like Stripe is kind of trying to do this, are actually infrastructure. And if you solve it for yourself and you really get the flywheel going, then you can go offer that as your AWS to everybody else. So I think a lot of these fintechs, if they're done well, actually end up having a second act. So the first is like, can you be a $10 billion company on the back of reinsurance or HELOCs or credit cards or whatever? And then your act two is, I've solved my own problem. And so now everybody else in my industry should be running on my platform. And so like the eventual thing here, I think, is there will be these choke points that are like, hey, in Karan's case, Munich Re and Swiss Re, if you want to access the on-chain stable coin markets, and this is a multiple trillions of dollars of capital market sitting here at a net lower cost than you can get in other places, you got to go through our infrastructure. And now you're monetizing the whole industry. I think there will be a handful of fintechs that figure that out, per sort of industry slice, whether it's insurance, reinsurance, credit cards, HELOCs, mortgages, like whatever.